But all right, so this all comes from The Ultimate Fighter. When you guys were on The Ultimate Fighter, like, he really didn't like you on the show. I don't remember. Like, I did watch the show at the time. I don't remember how much of a dick you were on The Ultimate Fighter. Were you that much of a dick?
Paint dry, right? So someone had to do some talking and someone had to try and be funny, right? And I was just like cracking jokes and being sarcastic a lot. Yeah. When I watch it back now, as an older man, excuse me, as a more mature adult, I would definitely tone things down, and there's certain things I wouldn't say, and the beauty of experience and wisdom as you get older, you know, you get better. But, you know, you stick a camera in front of my face, I kind of turn it on a little bit and I play up to the camera and I try and give them, you know, a bit of controversy. Like, try to play up to that, the bad boy image, which I was painted as, you know what I mean? So if that's the moniker you're going to give me, well then fuck it, I'll give you, you know, I'll play up to it. And plus, of course, I was around a set of people as Jim at the time that kind of encouraged that, say, oh, you got to play up the British bad boy angle. The Americans hate the Brits. Play it up, you know, and you'll be more successful and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, if I could do it again, I'd be a little different. But for the most part, no, it was all very, very cordial.
Was there a moment that you remember that like was sort of stuck out? That was like, because that was the thing. Like when he won, it was like, yeah, this is for America. Like it was like crazy. Like the way they marketed it, very
the real thing that was for America was because Team UK beat the Team USA. They hardly won any single fight.
Right.
So that's why they were all behind it. But like because we came over and fucking marmalized them. Right, we've made a laughing stock out of their entire team. We beat the fat of them, right? And I'm not saying that English against American fighters. In reality, the situation was this. The talent pool had been diluted many times in America. The talent pool in the UK hadn't been diluted. They took all the best fighters from the UK that weren't yet in the UFC.
That's
right.
Great.
Because, yeah, that's what went on. Right? I'm not saying, oh, we have better fighters.
No,
but that
it was actually completely unfair.
Yeah, okay, it is what it is, right? So they all rooted for Dan Henderson because at least they get something, you know what I mean? Because we won the welterweight, we won the middleweight, we won all the fights. You know, it was pretty much an all British fight.
12 weeks or whatever of just build up, and then by the time you watch it, you know, that's what the beauty of reality television, especially back then before the format was completely sort of overdone with every reality show. That was like you were emotionally invested. You were like, holy shit, this is gonna fucking happen. And then at the end of it, like you could watch, you know, Jersey Shore or Real World or any of these shows. At the end of their season, they just cried and hugged. At the end of this season, the best of the best.
I got knocked the fuck out.
I think you're worth more because fuck, I mean, people are tuning in for the possibility that maybe Jon Jones is going to get beat,
especially at heavyweight.
Why do you think you're more beatable at heavyweight?
More beatable?
More
it's just simple, guys. They hit so much harder. So the chances of getting knocked out is higher. But at the same time, I've been facing heavyweights for a long time, and I do really good against those guys. I'm surprisingly really strong, and I'm fast, and I just move well. My body mechanics move very well, so I think I can do things that they just don't do, and they just can't do.
Well, right, and if you look at what Stipe did to Ngannou, I mean, it's kind of a question of just getting through the first round with him, and then you just get so tired.
With Francis Ngannou, it's very simple. Get comfortable with the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is he knocks you the fuck out. He possibly fractures a bone in your face. That's the worst case scenario. You get real comfortable with that idea, and then it becomes easy. If he doesn't knock you out and break your face, you're smart, you're fast, you have a chin, you have great head movement. You know, you can wrestle. You can. There's a lot of ways things can play out. So I just think about the worst case scenario and get yourself mentally to a place where you're almost walking into that. Like, okay, I'm getting ready to go out there, and this guy could possibly hurt me tonight. Okay, now that I've faced that, I've swallowed that. I'm sure you have the similar conversation before you jump off something. You're like, okay, this could go this way.
For sure.
So that's the way I look at it. It's like, yeah, Francis Ngannou is dangerous, yes. I believe that he has a chance to knock me the fuck out. Let's say that out loud. But if I don't get knocked out, I believe I win that fight. I just got to get through round one, and I win that fight.
Yeah.
How do you want to beat Ngannou? You want a knockout or any way you can?
I just want to beat the scariest, baddest dude on the planet. And if that's Francis, Stipe, or DC,
so you're open to DC at heavyweight?
Yeah, I'm just ready to finally stop playing games with greatness and just go for it. It's like, John, if you believe that you have something that is special, that is even a gift from your higher power, then stop questioning it, because it's
I love that.
insulting.
I get the
That's
chills,
goosebumps,
dude.
man. That's
Because it's
goosebumps.
insulting. It's insulting to your creator that you believe that he will put limitations on what he's giving you.
Okay, man, that's huge.
Yeah.
I think we're just about there.
Better referee today than he was that day.
Yeah.
And it's all because he works really hard at his craft.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I for some reason thought he had reffed a bunch of times in the UFC at the time. Yeah. So, and I had heard in
Here's
the
the
aerials.
truth. You want the truth?
Huh.
They don't like his mustache.
Shut
So,
up.
oh, that's why you don't see Mike Beltran traveling around with the UFC most of the time. In fact, now they make him tuck it in. Okay? Because they don't like it. They think
So
he's trying to bring attention to himself, which he's not. All right. You know, look, I've had major discussions with Mike. And at one time I told him, hey, you know, because I had talked to people in the UFC and they had told me, hey, man, tell him to get rid of the mustache. We would love to use him in Mexico. He speaks Spanish. So I tried to talk to him. I said, hey, it's facial hair, dude. Just, you know what? Cut it off and let them get to know you, and then you can grow it back. And he looked, he's talking to me. He says, that can happen, John.
Yeah.
Right? And I said, Mike, it's facial hair. He goes, he goes, I'm a grown ass man. No one's telling me how I can.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you to ever do that again. So,
well,
that's really the reason.
I've told you multiple times to dye your gray hair on your chin. You just don't listen to me.
That's
okay?
right. You do.
you
get back to doing what I was doing before. Just hardcore masturbating. Hours.